Welcome back to Java Tech class. So this is my lecture 5 in modern algebra topic. So we are already seeing the basic things of this modern algebra like general linear, general linear and special linear, and as well as groupoid, monoid and semi group, and we have seen some fundamental sets and those all things. So from lecture 5 our topic our topic is get started from here. Okay, so if you still didn't watch lecture 4 and 3 and 2 1, so the link of those all videos in my description box. So first go and watch those videos, because the lecture 5 is totally depend upon those all 4 videos. Okay guys, so let me start this topic. And so what we mean by group? So group means what? So this is the definition of group. Let G be any non-empty set, and star is the any operation. Then group with any binary operation is said to be a group. If so, when we said the given set with binary operation is said to be a group, means it has to be satisfied 4 laws. Okay, so those laws are nothing but closure law, associative law, identity law and existence of universe. Okay, so here just look at here. Let G be any non-empty set, means so we have to take the set, and that set should be non-empty. At least it has contain at least one element. Okay, so first we have to take any non-empty set, and so the star denotes what? This is any operation. It may be plus or minus, so whatever it is. Then that set with binary operation. Okay, G with binary operation is said to be a group when if it satisfies these 4 conditions. So what are those all things? First one is closure law. Okay, so we have seen what is the closure law in groupoid, right? So once I'll recall this thing. So closure law, which is nothing but what? For all A belongs to G and for all B belongs to G, then A star B belongs to what? G. It means what? We have to take those 2 elements. So those 2 elements should belongs to our set. Okay, so after that, if we operate the operation between A and B, then the answer is also belongs to our set. Okay, so this is nothing but what? Closure law. So then comes to associative law. Okay, for all A, B, C, in associative law we have to take 3 elements. Okay, so those 3 elements is also from where? From a given set. Then so this is the condition: A star B star C, which is equal to A star B star C. So if it condition is satisfied, then associative law is satisfied. So come to the next point. So that is what? Identity law. So identity law means what? So here for all A belongs to G, it means A is what? This is our element. So that element should be our given set, our given non-empty set. And then there exists unique. Okay, so there exists what? Unique identity element. So here we will get only unique element. There are no different identity elements are there in our group. Okay, so there exists only unique identity element, and that identity element is also belongs to what? Our group, our non-empty set. Then there exists, so this is what? This is our given condition: A star E is equal to E star A is equal to A. Okay, so this star denotes any binary operation, and this E is the identity element, and this A is what? This is the element which should be belongs to our non-empty set. So come to the next point. So that is what? Existence of universe. Existence of universe. For each A belongs to G, there exists unique universe. Okay, so here also in a group there exists only identity element, and there exists only unique universe. Okay, for every element. So if A belongs to G, then there exists A inverse. So the inverse of this element is also belongs to G only, such that A by A star A inverse is equal to A inverse star A is what? Which is equal to A. So if any G is any non-empty set and star is any binary operation, then together with G and star is said to be a group when if it satisfies these four conditions. Okay, so in the previous I think in lecture 3 we have seen if only a closure law is satisfied, then that is called as a groupoid with closure law and associative law. So if these two conditions are satisfied, and that is called as a semi group. If closure law, associative law and identity law is satisfied, then that is called as a what? Monoid. Okay, so here it has to satisfied all these four conditions. If it satisfied monoid with monoid, so these all are what? So these all are, if these three are satisfied, then monoid. Monoid with existence inverse is satisfied, then that is said to be what? Group. Okay, so here you have to keep remembering these things. Okay, so associative law means what and identity law means what. So these conditions, so these are what? So these all are more so important, and you have to remember these things also. If your element is belongs to G, then identity of this element is also belongs to what? G. Okay, if element is belongs to G, then there exists inverse is it should be belongs to G. Got it? Let us see an example. This is my first example. Show that Z means what? Z is any integer. Okay, so I already told this. These are notations, right? So show that Z is a group with respect to addition. Okay, so here our set is what? So this is our set. So this is what? This is a non-empty set. And what is this? This is our binary operation. Means what? Star. Okay, so now we have to check whether Z with respect to plus is a group or not. Okay, shall we begin? Okay, so what is the given? So here our let G means what? G is any non-empty set. So what is our G? So this G is nothing but Z. Z is what? Any integer. So this Z is what? So this is of course this is a non-empty. Okay, non-empty. Non-empty means what? At least it has to contain at least one element. Okay, so this is what? This is Z is non-empty. Why this is Z is non-empty? Because so our Z means what? Integer set. It contains 0, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, so on up to plus or minus infinity elements. Okay, therefore this Z is what? This is a non-empty set. Okay, so and we are using operation is what? So here our operation is that star is nothing but what? Plus. Okay, so that operation is what? So that is nothing but plus. Plus is our operation. So now what we have to do? So now we have to check whether this is a group or not. So in the definition I told that for satisfying the group it has to satisfy four given condition. Okay, so what is the first condition? So our first condition is nothing but what? Closure law. Okay, so closure law. So what is the closure law? So closure law, which is nothing but what? For all A belongs to Z. Okay, so because my G is what? My G is here Z. It means any integer. And for all B is also belongs to Z. Then there such that A plus B is also belongs to what? Group. So that group is not, that is nothing but what? Z. Okay, so just take any two numbers, whether larger number or smaller number. Okay, so here I am going to take a 3, which 3 belongs to Z, and for all 6 is also belongs to what? Z. Then such that A plus B means what? 3 plus 6. So what is 3 plus 6, which is nothing but what? 9. So this 9 is also belongs to Z or not? Yes, of course it is. Therefore here closure law is satisfied. Okay, therefore what? Closure law is now closure law satisfied. Okay, if you want, you can take here minus also. If you take minus 3 and minus 6, then your answer is what? Minus 9. Minus 9 is also belongs to integer, right? So then also your closure law is what? Satisfied. So next take any integer. Okay, so here just I take here 3 and 6. If you want, you take 6 plus 3, otherwise take minus 1, one number as minus and another one is plus. So then also here closure law is what? Satisfied. So next one is what? So next, associative law. So in associative law we have to select three elements. Okay, so here for all A belongs to Z, and for all B is also belongs to Z, and for all C is also belongs to Z. So for associative law, what is the condition? Such that A plus B plus C, which is equal to A plus B plus C. So the answer for this is also belongs to what? Z. Okay, so the answer for this is also belongs to what? Z. So let us take. So I am going to take A as 3, B as 6, and C is what? C is, check anything. I am going to take here 10. Okay, so these all are belongs to what? So these all are belongs to Z. Okay, so now just put these values into this condition. A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Okay, so 3 plus 6 plus 10 is equal to 3 plus 6 plus 10. Check it. Oh, what you will get? 3 plus 16 is equal to 9 plus 10. So which is 19, which is also 19. It means what here? LHS is equal to RHS, as well as this 19 is belongs to what? Z. So this 19 is belongs to what? Z. Therefore associative law is also what? Associative law is what? Law is satisfied. So next one is what? So come to the next. So that is nothing but third one. That is what? Identity. So identity means what? Take any number. So that is what? A belongs to G, and E is also belongs to Z. Then A plus E is equal to E plus A, which is also what? Which is equal to A, and which is belongs to Z. So here my A is 3. 3 belongs to Z. Okay, so I don't know identity element, so just keep it as Z, and just 3 plus E, and E don't know. A is what? Which is 3, and so your answer is 3, so which is belongs to Z. So just look at here, guys. When you will get E plus E is equal to 3, the only number you have to replace it by 0. It means what? E is equal to 0. So this E 0 is also belong to Z or not? Yes, of course. Therefore here identity law is exist. So identity law is what? Identity law exist, or identity law satisfied. Okay, so and Z with respect to plus. So for this, what is the identity law? So E is equal to what? 0. So for this whole Z plus Z with respect to plus operation, identity element is what? Which is a 0. Got it? So next, last one. So what is that? Inverse. So what is the inverse condition? A belongs to Z, A inverse is also belongs to Z, such that A plus A inverse and A inverse plus A, which is equal to what? Identity law. Okay, so just a minute. So now just to take A is what? My A is 3, so we don't know A inverse, keep as it is. We don't know A inverse, just keep as it is. A is what? 3. So we know identity element. So what is my identity element? Which is nothing but 0. Okay, I don't have place, so I am going to write here now. So just look at here. When you will get E plus anything is equal to 0, E plus anything is equal to 0. So only when we will get this one, so then your A inverse should be what? So your A inverse, which is nothing but minus 3. Okay, so at this point only you will get A 3 plus 3 plus of minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, therefore here your A inverse is what? Which is a minus 3. So this is minus 3 is also belongs to Z or not? Yes, of course. Okay, 3 plus of minus 3 or minus 3 plus 3 which is equal to identity element is what? So okay, so 0 which is also 0, so which is also 0. It means which 0 is also belongs to what? Z. So here our all four laws are satisfied. Yes or no? Yes, of course. Therefore, we can say that Z with respect to binary, what is our operation, which is a plus. Z with respect to plus is a group. Is a what? Which is a group. Okay, if you want, once I'll do recall for this thing. So here, just look at here. So they are asking for finding the whether Z with respect to plus is a group or not. We know that thing. We know the definition of this group. For satisfying group, we have to satisfy. There are four laws. Those four laws are nothing but closure law, associative law, identity law, and inverse law. Okay. So first here I am going to take a here G is any non-empty set. Okay. So Z is. Okay, so this is G. So what is our G? So that is nothing but what? Z. Z means what? Integer. So integer is, so integer, those the set having these all elements. Okay, so therefore this is what? This is a non-empty, and we are using the operation as a plus here. Okay, so this is what? This is our first condition for satisfying the closure law. Okay, for all A belongs to Z, it means what? For checking this closure law, we have to take the element, take anything for this set. Okay, you have to select the set, so that should be belongs to this Z only. Okay, take select B as your element, so that B is also belongs to this set. Then such that just do operation plus. Okay, A plus B. Okay, if instead of this plus, if they give here multiplication, then you have to use here multiplication operation. Okay, here they are given so they given plus, so I am using plus. Okay, so answer for this is should be belongs to Z. Then only closure law satisfied. Okay, otherwise if your answer is not belongs to integer, then your closure law is not satisfied. Okay, this is what? This is the first condition. So what is your second condition? So that is what? That is the associative law. So for associative law, for checking the associative law, we have to select three elements like A, B, C, and this is a given condition. Okay, take three elements, and those three elements should be belongs to this integer. Then just put those three elements into this condition. Okay. If you get LHS is equal to RHS and that answer is belongs to Z, then your associative law is satisfied. Okay, so here just what I did here. So I done with this thing. So I take A as 3, B as 6, C as 10. Okay, so next, so here I'll get LHS as 19, RHS as 19, and this 19 is also belongs to integer. Therefore, associative law is satisfied here. Okay, so come to the next one, third one, which is what? Which is the identity law. So what is the identity law? Take any number. Okay, so take any number, so that number should be belongs to your set. Okay, so then identity law is identity element, this should also belongs to your set. Okay, so then this is your condition. A plus E is equal to E plus A is equal to what? A. When it is possible, when means here your identity law is what? 0. If you take identity element as 0, then only this law is satisfied. And also this is what? This is the unique. Accept this 0 for no numbers, it should be satisfied. Okay, and this identity is also belongs to what? Your Z. Therefore, here your identity law is satisfied. So come to the last, which is what? Last one. This is what? This is nothing but inverse. Okay, inverse. So inverse means what? Take any number, so that should be belongs to Z, and inverse of this element it should be belongs to Z. Okay, so here I am using plus. Why? Because the given operation is plus here. Okay, A plus A inverse is equal to A inverse plus A is equal to what? Identity element. So we already find my identity element, so that is nothing but what? 0. Okay, so that is nothing but what? 0. So here 3 plus A inverse. We don't know A inverse, right? So I'm just writing A inverse as it is. So when it is possible, 3 plus which number gives me 0? Only minus 3. It means what? Inverse of this 3 is what? Minus 3. Other than this, no number will satisfy for this condition. And that minus 3 is also belongs to what? Z. Okay. So therefore, so this is what the identity element is belongs to Z. So here all my 4 laws are satisfied. That's why I am giving a conclusion as Z with respect to plus is a group. Okay, I hope you understand this concept, and with this example, if you have any doubt, just let me know. Okay, so just look at here. Similarly, Q with respect to what? Addition operation. Q with respect to addition operation. Q means what? Which is a rational number, and real number with addition, and complex number with addition. So these all are what? So these all are groups. Okay, so I already proved these things. If you want, just let me know. I will send these groups, and otherwise you have to check it. Okay, so for how to check means just take any numbers, any so A, B, C, and those three elements should be belongs to Q for checking whether Q with respect to plus is a group or not. Okay, so just take the elements which belongs to this set and you just check it. Okay, so you will get your identity as 0 and inverse is what? Minus 8. For this also, real number with respect to plus, complex number with respect to plus. Okay, so just keep this remember for Z plus, Q plus, and R plus and C plus. The only identity element is what? 0, and inverse is what? Inverse of any element is what? Which gives you minus A. For example, if they asked for finding the what? So here I am going to take here R plus. Okay, so R plus, it means what? Which is a real number set, and here my operation is what? Plus. Okay, so for here in the exam, if they asked directly question like element is belongs to R, and so just to find the inverse of this A. If they ask for finding the inverse of this A, then you directly say that, so what is the inverse of this A, which is nothing but minus A. Otherwise, here I am taking just A. So this A is anything. It means A is any number, so that should be belongs to your R. If I take this R as A, 2 by 3. Okay, 2 by 3. Then what is the inverse of this 2 by 3? Means which is nothing but minus 2 by 3. When only in R plus. Okay, in R plus. Got it? So otherwise, if they asked for finding the which one? Phi. So find the so here A is phi is belongs to R. Okay, so phi is belongs to your real number. So the condition is what? So which is nothing but R plus is your, so which is your group or which is your set. So okay, so this is your algebraic structure. So then find the inverse of this one. Find the inverse of this one. Means what is the here phi inverse, which phi inverse with respect to addition. So directly you can say minus phi is the inverse of phi. Got it? Otherwise, identity element of this phi is what? If they ask for finding the identity element, so identity element is what? Identity element of this phi is what? So which is a 0. Got it? So if you remembering this this sentence, then no need to solve those all things. Okay, so in competitive exams, and they didn't ask it for you proving whether this is group or not, and these all things. So you have to know the basic things. Okay, and you also know these things. If they given so like this script, then what is the identity of this and what is the inverse of these things. Okay, so in BSc and in MSc, so they asked for finding whether the given this one is group or not. Okay, so for competitive exam, so you have to know what is the identity and what is this inverse. Okay, so now with the addition we done. So now let us move on to multiplication operation. First, show that Z star is a group with respect to multiplication. Okay, Z star means what? So here, so in integer we are taking the only elements which which elements are for us for helping for finding whether it is group or not. So we have to take only those elements. If I take Z with respect to multiplication, then is this group? Is this group? No, it is not a group. Okay, so here complete this integer set with respect to multiplication, which is not a group. Okay, so which is not a what? Group. So why it is not a group means, so for satisfying the group, how many laws should be satisfied? Four laws. Okay, how many laws? 4 laws. So just look at here, friends. So here the closure law is satisfied and associative law is satisfied and identity law. So what is the identity law? A star E and E star A is what? A. If you take any element which is belongs to Z, so then what? I am going to take here 5. Okay, so here which is a E, and what is my operation, which is a multiplication and with respect to A, and here so which is what, my A is a 5 and which is Y. So when I get 5 only at the condition 1, it means what? In Z with respect to multiplication, what is your identity element? So your identity element is what? 1. Identity element is what? 1. Z with respect to plus, your identity element was 0. Here Z with respect to multiplication, what is your identity? So which is nothing but what? 1. Okay, so now here 3 conditions are satisfied and fourth one is what? Inverse. So inverse. So this is also belongs to what? Z. Okay, so A star multiplication A inverse and A inverse into A, which gives you E. What? E. So if I take 5 and this is what? A inverse. Don't know A inverse, so just keep as it is. So A is 5 and what is your identity element here? Which is nothing but 1. Which is nothing but what? 1. So just look at here. When you will get 5 into A inverse as 1, so you have to keep here only, so you have to replace by 1 by 5. Then only it is satisfied for you. Okay, so then only you will get it as a 1. Right? So other than this, no numbers will give you 1. Your answer as a 1. So but what is our condition? If 5 belongs to Z and inverse of this 5 is also belongs to what? Z only. But what is your inverse of this G? Inverse of this G is nothing but 1 by 5. But this 1 by 5 does not belongs to Z. Okay, therefore in Z with respect to multiplication, which law is fails here? Inverse law. Inverse law get fails. Which get fails. Therefore Z with respect to multiplication is not, which is not a group. Which is not a group. But you can take elements. Okay, so you can choose just elements for this Z star. Okay, for where? For this Z star. It means what? You have to take the only elements which are satisfying this condition for identity element. So just look at here. For this integer set, only 1 and minus 1. If you take these 2 elements, then these 2 elements will satisfy your all 4 laws. Okay, so your all 4 laws. Therefore Z star means what? Z star which is nothing but, so this Z star containing only 2 elements and those 2 elements are which is nothing but what? 1 and minus 1. Why? Because, so just look at here. Inverse of this 1 is what? So which is nothing but 1 by 1, and that is also belongs to what? Your Z. Okay, if you take a minus 1, so what is the inverse of this is? So this is also nothing but what? 1. So which is nothing but minus 1, so which is also belongs to what? Z. Got it? So therefore here Z with respect to multiplication is not, so which is not a group. Which is not a group. But Z star with respect to multiplication is a what? So which is a group. Okay, I will show you step by step. So now we will check it step by step. Okay, so I already told you what is this Z star means. Okay, so So what is Z star? So your Z star containing only two elements. Those two elements are nothing but what? 1 and minus 1. Okay. So next, even from table, even we can check whether it is group or not for in table. Okay. So in table means how to check. So just draw a table first. Okay. So just draw a table. 1, 2, 3, and which is what? 1, 2. So here 3 rows and 3 columns. So here what you have to put means just put the operation. So what is your operation, which is nothing but multiplication. And how many elements do you have now? 1 and minus 1. Just write here also 1 and minus 1. Now just do a operation. Okay. 1 times of 1 is 1. 1 times of minus 1 is 1. Next, minus 1 times of 1 is minus 1. Minus 1 times of minus 1 is what? 1. Okay. So you can observe here. So here the element which all are belongs to what? Belongs to this set. And here you just look at here, guys. So 1 is what? So this is our identity element, and here also we have our identity element. Okay. So in the table, if you get identity element in these two rows, then easily you can say that this is a what? This is a group. So this is what? This is a one type. So this is a one type of checking whether the given group is, so whether the given set is group or not. Okay, so here we have two identity elements, so directly we can say this is a group. So I will take another example and I will show you whether it is group or not. So I am going to take here 1 and 2. Okay, so 1 and 2 with respect to multiplication. 1 and 2, here 1 and here 2. 1 1s are 1, 1 2s are 2. 2 1s are 2 and 2 2s are 4. Just look at here now. So in this table, so in the set only we have 1 and 2, but here okay, in the first row we get, but in the second row, so this is a different. And just look at here. So here in the first row we have identity element, but in the second row we don't have identity element. Okay, therefore what we can say, so Z star with respect to multiplication, it means only this set. If I take 1 and 2, then this is not a group. This is not a group. Okay, so from table like this we can check. Okay, so now I will tell you which we using those all conditions. Okay, so first condition. So what is our first condition? For all A belongs to Z star. Okay, because here my set is Z star, and for all B belongs to Z star, there exists A into B. It means a product of AB. Product of AB is also belongs to what? Which is also belongs to Z star. Okay. Here I have only two elements. So check. You have to check this. Take one time and B one time, and you check. So it is satisfied. And in the second condition, what? A dot B dot C. Okay. A dot B dot C, which is equal to A dot B dot C. Okay. For all A comma B comma C belongs to Z star. Okay, so here we don't have three elements. Take A is equal to 1, B is equal to minus 1, again take C is equal to 1, no problem, and check it. So for this also it is satisfied. And third condition is what? So that is nothing but identity law. There exists a unique identity law. So that is what? So that should be belongs to Z star, such that what is the identity law? 1 dot A and A dot 1, which gives you A, and this is also belongs to what? Z star. This is also belongs to what? Z star. Okay, so next one is what? Finally, so that is nothing but fourth one, inverse law. Inverse of element. Okay, inverse of each element. Each element of this Z star. Inverse of this each element of this Z star. So 1 belongs to Z star. Okay, such that such that what is the inverse of this one, which is nothing but 1, and minus 1 belongs to Z star such that inverse of this minus 1 is what? Minus 1. Okay, then Z star with respect to multiplication is a group. Is a what? Which is a group. And what is the cardinality of this Z star? Cardinality means what? The total element which is present in the given set. So that is nothing but what? 2. Okay, so that is nothing but what? 2. So now, so this is your work. So what it means? Just show that Q star with respect to multiplication and R star with respect to multiplication and C star with respect to multiplication is a group. Okay, just take the elements which are belongs to and these elements and check these all are what? So these all are groups. Okay, so these are what? This is a groups with, so I am giving you identity of these two. Okay, so identity is what? So for these all identity is 1 and inverse is what? Means 1 by A. Inverse is what? So this is a 1 by A. Just check it whether this is satisfied or not. And just keep remembering for Q star, R star and C star, what is the identity element? So which is a 1 and inverse is what? A inverse of A inverse is equal to 1 by A. So just I am going to tell you today's topic, just I am going to recall. So for checking whether a group or not, only 4 laws should be satisfied, and for Z plus, it means Z with respect to plus, or Q with respect to plus, or R with respect to plus, or C with respect to plus. So here what is the identity law? Identity element is 0 and inverse is what? Inverse, here inverse is minus A. Okay, so in multiplication, Z with respect to multiplication and Z star, R star with respect to multiplication, Q star with respect to multiplication and C star with respect to multiplication. So here what is the identity law? So here your identity element is 1 and inverse is what? 1 by A. Okay, so here Z star, R star, Q star, C star, these are what? So these all are groups, and here these all are what? Groups. Got it? So Z with respect to multiplication, R with respect to multiplication, so these all are not a group. Why? Because these all are fails where in inverse law. Okay, so I think this video helps you. I think you like this video. I think this video helps to you more. If you like the video, give a big thumbs up and do share with your friends. Okay, if you have any doubts regarding this video, please let me know in the comment box and I'll solve your all queries. Okay, so in next lecture 6, this topic will be continue, and there I will solve problems, and also I will check whether unitary group and general linear group and special linear group and symmetric set, so those all are groups or not. We will check about that thing. Okay, so see you in the next lecture. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.